Hello guys, welcome to the tutorial on how to build a local first voice AI assistant. Uh, this is the demo page for it, and it is made to be fully local, but you can also uh, set it up so that it uses cloud models, and it consists of four parts: speech to text using Whisper CPP, uh, LLM using Ollama, text to speech using Kokoro, and the main script that orchestrates everything. It uses Docker Compose and four containers for each part, and it mainly targets Linux, but because it's in Docker containers, it can work, I think, on Windows and Mac. I haven't tested it though, uh, but yeah, let's just do the demo. I will press the start recording, then record my message, and press stop recording, then it will return the LLM response in a voice form, and then we will listen to it, and I will press reload, not just to restart the page and not to listen to the entire response. Okay, I will start the recording. Tell me about vitamins. And now it's sent the request to the backend, and we will see the output now. This is the Ollama output. I already have this functionality separately built, but we will building it from scratch. This is the Ollama output, and this is the Kokoro output in the text form, but we will hear the voice soon.
Vitamins are essential nutrients that play critical roles in maintaining health. Here's a concise overview. 1. Water vitamins asterisk. These include water.
Okay, I pressed the reload button, so it stopped. But yeah, it works, and we heard the audio output. So yeah, that's it for the demo. Okay guys, let's start building the project, and the first file we will create will be compose.yml. It will have the first top level element will be services. Then we will have four containers. I call this project Homey because it's a virtual assistant, so like Homey, like friend, but also because it's local first. It runs, so to say, from home as opposed to a cloud. So this is the second reason, and I will be using Homey as a prefix in various places. So we will have four containers here, and I will just list them right now. Four services: LLM based on Llama, then STT based on Whisper, TTS based on Kokoro, and main is our main script that we will write ourselves. It will be the common section for everyone is restart unless stopped. So if for some reason the container stops, it automatically restarts unless you manually stop it, then it will not restart. And for the Homey LLM image, it will be official Docker Hub Ollama image. Then we will specify the container name, just Homey LLM. Then volumes will be Ollama. Ollama named volume. So this one is managed by Docker or Podman within one of its directories. So it's on your host, but you don't specify a path. Just specify a named volume, and Docker or Podman create it. And in the container, it will map to root. Basically, for any files that Ollama will need, it will store on the container here, and they will be stored on the host in the named mount, named volume. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Ollama service. Then the STT service, the image is actually hosted on GitHub Container Repository, GitHub Container Repository.io. Whisper, CPP, main. There is also main CUDA, but I wasn't able so far to make the GPU version of Whisper work with CUDA. I was able to, from the container, I was able to make Ollama work and Kokoro, but haven't able to make Whisper work. So for now, I will stick with CPU image. Then container name will be Homey STT. And by the way, container name is important because Podman or Docker will create a network when we will run it via Docker Compose. We'll create a custom network on which container will be able to communicate between each other using the container name, so you wouldn't have to worry about setting up host and mappings to IP addresses and stuff. So this is just a convenient way for them to communicate. Then we will have a command. Whisper server. So inside a container, it will be Whisper server command. Host will be 000. So basically listen on any address within that container for the incoming requests. Then we will specify the model from the models, and we will use an environment variable called STT model. And throw an error if it's not defined. So you would be able to specify which model you want to use with Whisper, either base or medium or large. Yeah. Then volumes. So another environment variable. I decided to use the environment variable to specify the path to the models. You don't have to do that, but yeah, I decided to do that. Also throw an error if it's not defined. Yeah, so it will be models. So within our project, we will create a models folder where we will store where we will download a Whisper model. I will tell you later how to download it, and inside the container, models. Okay, that's it for the STT container. So for the TTS container, we will create our own image. We will not be using hosted image. So we'll name it. And container name the same. Volumes. Also hosted within our project path. And the thing with Kokoro is it runs as a Python package, pip package, and the first time it runs, it checks if there are cached files it needs to run. If there are no files, it will download them from Hugging Face. But since we will be running this in a container and probably doing some development and recreating container, it will be downloading them each time a new container is created. So we want to avoid that and create a cache for that, so that every time container starts, you can check the cache, and we will store it on the host within HF cache, and in the container it will map to cache Hugging Face. So basically downloads from Hugging Face, and we will set up like a Hugging Face cache for it. That's it, I think, for the, and we will later configure it in the Docker file for the TTS service. So basically that's it for the TTS container service. This is similar for main. Homey main. Then we will need a env file. The main service, main script will need to have an access to the what LLM we are going to use for the LLM part, and we will specify that via the environment variable file called .env. So we let the Docker Compose know that there is a .env file as an environment file, and ports. Just assign some high number port that no other container, that no other app is using on the host in case of this one. The other services don't need ports specified because we will not be accessing them directly. You may specify port if you for some reason want to access it directly, maybe for some debugging purposes, but for now it will not be needed. And normally it would be it for the compose file, but for me I also need to specify volumes, top level element, Olama for the named mount or the named volume, because it throws an error when it when it starts the compose script. Even though I saw in some issues on GitHub, people say that you don't need this top level element because it's not in the spec. But I don't know, maybe some config for my setup, or maybe because I run Podman Compose, it requires this top level element, but you may not need it, so you can check if it works for you. And that should be it for the compose file. Oh yeah, and I forgot the Kokoro uh, files for the Kokoro service will be hosted in the TTS folder within the project. Oh, actually, I found a typo. Defined. And also I wrote TTS as TSS.